Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 different types of entrepreneur. So there are 5 different types of entrepreneur. Let me say I've literally been through every single one of these personas. And I want to share with you what they are, and then I also want you to comment below and tell me which one of these entrepreneurs you think you are, because I'm going to share with you again tomorrow a brand new quiz that I've created for you to help you to see which entrepreneur you really are. So a lot of times we categorize ourselves as a certain type of person or a certain type of thing, but then when you do a quiz or an assessment, it's very funny to see what the results are, because sometimes it's not what we thought it was going to be, and it can be something very, very different. By the way, guys, this is going to be an engaging video, an interactive video, so comment and let me know who you are, let me know where you're joining from. Even if you're watching the recording of this, I'm so excited to connect with you. So again, today we're going to be talking about the 5 different types of entrepreneurs. If you do not have your notebook and pen, go get that, because we're going to be diving in and talking about the 5 different types of entrepreneur. And yeah, so the first type of entrepreneur, if you see me looking here, it's because I have notes. The first type of entrepreneur is the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. Okay. Now, this person is the person who is like, oh my God, I'm going to start a business. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to touch so many lives. I'm going to make money. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to work for myself. Wow, I'm going to be able to travel. This person is on cloud 9. They just started their business. And you'll also see that sometimes you're in this honeymoon phase as well when you're changing your niche or when you're up leveling your business. Like if you're changing your offers and your services and you're really rebranding, you'll find that you can fall into this category of the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. Now, that's first category. Now here's the problem. You know what, let me list all the entrepreneurs first, and then I'll tell you what the problem with each one is. So the good thing about this entrepreneur is that they have this enthusiasm, right? So that's the first type of entrepreneur, the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. The second entrepreneur is the jaded entrepreneur. Hi, Jenny. So Jenny, welcome, darling. Welcome to all you here. Guys, comment and let me know you're here so that I can engage with you. We're here to connect. I really want to just, build the vibe with you guys today. So the first type of entrepreneur, as I mentioned, was the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. They're so excited. They're head over heels in love with this business thing. They're Googling everything, downloading all the PDFs. And I mean, for those of you who've been a little bit older in the business, I'm sure you can remember this time of your life when you just started and you had fresh eyes and you were just so excited, right? So that's the first stage or the first phase. Hi, Andra. Good to see you. Of course, I love the little hearts. The second phase of entrepreneur is the jaded entrepreneur. Now, when I say jaded, I mean this person has been bruised. They've been broken. They've been torn. They've been through some things because they've put the work in, but they haven't seen any result. Meaning this is the person who they've been in business for a year, or even if they've been in business for 2 months, but they're like, man, nobody's buying my stuff. I haven't made a sale. I don't have any clients. They're like, one second, guys, let me just plug this in so that it does not die on us. They're concerned because they're okay, what am I going to do with my life? My business isn't working. I thought I'd have a client by now. I spent all my savings. I bought all these courses. I did all these things and nothing. I don't have a single client. All right. Now, remember, guys, I'm going to share with you what the good thing is and what the bad thing is about each of these entrepreneurs. And then again, you can think about which one you're in. And if you remember being in any of these stages, please comment and let me know, because I personally have been through every single one of them. And that's why I can speak so confidently about what they're going through, because I've been every single one of these persons. Okay. So that's the second type of entrepreneur. the jaded entrepreneur. They're like on the verge of throwing in the towel with their business. They're like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if this is what I should be doing. They're like a little bit frustrated right now, okay? That's the jaded entrepreneur. The third type of entrepreneur is the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur, right? So the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur is the entrepreneur who's had some success, right? So they probably like made some money. They like got their first like 5 clients or maybe their first client, and they're like, oh my God, this could actually work. Wait. Okay, yes, I'm in $25,000 debt. Okay, but somebody paid me. Somebody paid me some money, and that means that I'm on track. Like, you know, this could actually work. Like, right, Janae? Janae says she's been through stages 1 and 2, and you think you're currently at the 3rd, right? So it's like you see the possibility, right, Janae, in stage 3. And it's so funny that you said that, because Janae, when I went through, I was like writing down who I think would be at the different stages. I did write your name down, so funnily enough. But you guys will see when you take the quiz, which I will, I'll put the link in this video, and then I'll also put it in the description as well at the end of this, so you can always go ahead and click that. For the people who are watching the replay, the recording, the link may be there. Otherwise, you just check back and you'll see the link in the comments or in the description. But yeah, so that's the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur. So again, I'm going to share with you what the pros and cons are for each of these entrepreneur types, right? So this is the person who they've gotten some clients. They're like, yeah, it can work. I've seen possibilities. I've tasted the success. I know what's possible. But for them, it's like, okay, it's not consistent, right? Like, I can't quit my day job for this. Like, it's not working the way they want it to really work, right? So that's the third type of entrepreneur, the, oh my gosh, this could actually work. Hi, Nordian. Hey, gorgeous. Right? Then the fourth type of entrepreneur is the, yes, I cracked the code. This is the entrepreneur who is like, they have consistent income in the, is that Patrizia Leonti? Ciao, Bella. This is the entrepreneur who has cracked the code, right? They're the ones who are like, yeah, I'm making like money in my business every month, like consistent income. And they're the ones that everybody's like, oh my God, that's where I want to get to. They're the one that everyone is like looking at and like, oh my God, when can I get to that stage? Or, oh my gosh, hashtag when can I, right? So that's the, yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur. So now this person is usually the person who is like big on the strategy, right? They're the ones who are like, oh, the funnels, they're like their email marketing, they got it on lock, they're doing the Facebook ads, they're like, people are reaching out to them to be a part of their summits, they're like things are happening and the machine is moving and they're making money in their business. Now remember guys, there are pros and cons to every single one. So yes, Janae, you can't wait to crack the code, but I'm going to share with you something about what that person's challenge is and why, even though it sounds glamorous, it may not actually be the glamour that it's all painted to be online, right? So that's the fourth one, the yes, I cracked the code. So the yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur, she's the one that like, she can pay all her bills, she got some money in savings, she has clients, she has probably a group program, she's probably planning like a live event, she's probably has like tons of things going on, lots of moving parts, seems like a whole bunch of stuff is going on, and she's the kind of person that people notice because they're like, oh my God, I want to be like her, oh my God, she's on this thing, or she just got featured here or there, and all of that. So the fifth type of entrepreneur, bear in mind guys, as you're going through, really think about where you are. Even Janae, I see you participating, thank you girlfriend. The rest of you guys, as you're hearing these types of entrepreneurs, think about which one really resonates the most with you. Comment and let me know. Then tell me the one that you think you want to be. So Janae, you said you want to crack the code, right? Now the fifth type of entrepreneur is the entrepreneur that is the hashtag it's that easy entrepreneur. She's the one where it's like, she not only cracked the code, but she also found a way to like make the money with super ease, right? So she's like, that's where I'm talking about like the hashtag miraculous money. She's the one that's like, people are coming to her. She's getting fully booked without having to stress herself over the Facebook ads. She doesn't have to think about all the moving parts and all the stress of all the pieces. Like, she's fully supported. She's like rocking it out just as much, if not as much, like 10 times more than the crack the code lady. But she's like at peace. She's like, like total chill throughout the whole process. And for her, again, this also has its pros and cons, right? So I'm going to go through now and tell you what the pros and cons are for each. So with the excited honeymoon, never mind crack the code, it's that ease. Yes, that's what you truly want. Absolutely, Janae. So that's where I am now, and this is what I'm saying, like, I've been through all these stages, and I'm gonna share with you guys, when I share the link to the quiz, make sure to take the quiz, because then it will give you like a bonus, you know, little starter pack to help you to move forward, to see, okay, how can I get on the fast track from wherever you are to stage 5 and beyond, because we don't even just want to stay at stage 5, because stage 5 also has its pros and cons as well. So how can we move even beyond that into like deep fulfillment, right? So now the first one I said was the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. Now here's the good thing about this person. So if you're here, you know, we're not gonna knock you. Yeah, we're gonna share with you how you can improve, but you know, there are pros to this stage. In this stage, this is when you're like open to success. You're like open to possibilities. You like, when you hear, oh, you can do this, the thought of, no, that's not possible. Oh no, it can't be that easy. That doesn't come to that person, because that person hasn't failed, not even once yet. So they're still like, they're like excited, they're in love, they have like the butterflies for the business, they're like thinking about it, they have their notebooks and they have their pens and they're taking all these notes, and they're so excited, and they're calling their friends up and they're like, oh my god, this is what I'm going to do. They're spending their hours on social media searching for information on Google. So it's like this person is open to receiving info. This person is like open to receive, and because they're open to receive, a lot of times, depending on who they get in their space in the beginning, they can get success right out the gate. Because if someone tells them, you know, all you have to do is call that place and tell them you want to do that speaking engagement and you'll get booked, they'll be like, oh, okay, right? So then they call the place and they get booked. And so then that's where you have like the beginner's luck, right? So that's one of the pros of this area. So for people who are here, you know, maybe you're not new, because I know most of the people in my community aren't new, but you can always share this with people who you think it would be useful for. There is a starter pack if you do get that as your result in the quiz. But when you do that, for those people who are going through that phase and they're like in that honeymoon phase, they're really, really open to knowledge. The problem though, is that because they're so open to knowledge, they're also open to a whole lot of crap as well, right? So they're downloading PDFs, audios, webinars, training after training after training, and then it's like information overload, and it's like they know they want to get here, like they want to get here, and they were told, oh, you can go that way, you can go that way, you can go, like they're being given like 10 different ways, so they're confused. So this is the con, this is the downside of this person, of this type of entrepreneur. They don't have clarity. They don't know who they are as an entrepreneur. They don't even know what they're selling for real. They don't know who their ideal client is. They don't know how to make the money. They have no clue about like the tech side or implementing or anything like that, because they're new. And then because they're also new and they have that receptivity to information, they get bombarded a lot by a lot of unnecessary information that overwhelms them. Yeah, then they don't take action, or they get like, they're taking all these wrong actions that don't get them to their goal. The next downside is that this person also spends a lot of money on little things like little PDFs, a little ebook, a little audio, a little thing here and there, when it's like there are more direct ways for you to get the support you need, right? So that's the downside of being the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. And again, guys, as you're listening, if you've been through this, share with me in the comments, like, when you were in this phase, did you find yourself watching a lot of stuff? Did you find yourself Googling a lot of stuff, YouTubing a lot of videos on stuff, signing up for free PDFs? Like, oh my God, I discovered this free thing. Like, what were some of the things that you would do when you were in this phase? Comment below and let me know. The second entrepreneur, which is the jaded entrepreneur. Now, this person is like, I'm done. They're like, I cannot handle it anymore. They've gotten on call after call. They've heard no after no. They've tried to make sales. It didn't work. They weren't, right? So Janae is giving some feedback on what it was like being in the first phase. Hi, Dorothy Inez. Hey, girlfriend. So Janae is sharing with what it was like being in the first phase when she was excited. And it was information overload, right? So you had all these things coming into you all at once. The jaded entrepreneur is the one that's like, I'm done. So Dorothy Inez, in case you missed the beginning, you can go ahead and watch the replay of this to catch the first part. But just to give a little synopsis on what we're covering in this segment of this live stream, the first phase is the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur, all right? They're the ones who are like, oh my gosh, like so in love, head over heels, but the problem is they get overwhelmed really easily. So Janae says, jaded was me last year. I was burnt out. Janae, oh yes, right? So you'll see that even as I share these, that some of them overlap. So you may find that burnout happens when you're jaded, and you'll find that burnout also happens for the woman who has cracked the code, right? So burnout is something that happens as a recurring theme throughout for different stages. And that's why I also said even the excited honeymoon phase is something that happens not just in the beginning, but even when you change niche, or even when you are like moving forward and up-leveling your business, because you're like excited again, right? You have that honeymoon feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to launch this new program. So you'll find that the honeymoon, those elements of the honeymoon phase happen again when you are in the phase of the yes, I cracked the code, right? That phase of entrepreneur. Ooh, Dorothy Inez says those lips. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Right? So the jaded entrepreneur, she's like, I'm done. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. She's like, when I was in the jaded stage, that was when I had like 34 no's in a row on my discovery calls. And I was just like, all right, I don't know. I need to find a part-time job or something because this business thing is not working for me. And it's that stage where you're like on the brink of giving up. Now, here's the good thing about being jaded. There's something very, very powerful about hitting rock bottom in your business. All right, there's something, so this is the pro, all right, this is the pro, this is the good side of being jaded. When you've hit rock bottom in your business, the only place to go is up. So usually somebody who's jaded, they have two decisions before them. It's either, you know what, I came this far, I'm not giving up on the business. Yes, even if I've got to go, like what I had to do back in 2015, teach English part-time for £4 an hour. Yes, less than minimum wage. That's like half of minimum wage almost. Even though I did that, so it's like either I'm going to quit my business and do it later, do it one day, when I retire, one day, in the future, one day, right? So that's one of the stages, that's one of the paths that a jaded entrepreneur could take. But the pro is that the other path that the jaded entrepreneur can take is, you know what? I am amazing and I came this far and I'm not gonna give up and I'm determined to fix this. And that's when this entrepreneur is like, you know what? I'm gonna find the answer. And that was actually me, because again, like you can be jaded at different times throughout your business, right? And that was me in the beginning of 2016. I had made some money in my business. I knew what it was to get clients. I was quite happy. I was like, yeah, people are paying me. But yet still, it was not enough. Kind of like that, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur, but I was actually very jaded as well. And it was not until I actually it was my sister's birthday and we had like a surprise party for her. And I remember taking the last amount of money I had in my bank account and buying her a bottle of Prosecco. Not even champagne, guys. Prosecco. Because I was just like, this is what I can afford. This is what I'm buying. And I remember it was a Saturday night, and I remember the Sunday morning, looking in my bank account, in my online banking app, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm broke. I literally have $0. Like, I have no money left. Like, whoa, when did this happen? Like, I got pissed, right? So that jaded entrepreneur like I said, when you're jaded, you could either go one direction of, you know what, I'm done, business isn't made for me, I'll do it one day, you know, let me just stay with what's secure and safe and what's, you know, guaranteed, a salary, a paycheck, or whatever. Or the jaded entrepreneur, the pro is that they become so pissed. Like, there's something powerful about anger. It's like the emotion of action. So when people are angry, right, Dorothy is like #jaded. Yeah, right? So it's like, when you're jaded, it's like, you know what, this thing has got to work. So that's the woman who is like, she's done playing small, she's done with the idling around, she like moves forward. Like, that's the person who is like, you know what, rock bottom is not for me. I'm going up. All the way up. Hey, hey. Like, she's going all the way up, right? So that's the jaded entrepreneur. The bad thing about the jaded entrepreneur is that because it's so devastating to not be having the success that you thought you would have, especially after time and time again of trying, the jaded entrepreneur can actually become resentful. They can actually, you can actually create limiting beliefs about your capability. So for me, for example, I remember being an overachiever in my life normally, like, you know, political, voted by the entire country basically to be the national secretary, national general secretary, the Canadian government award, this masters, that, like all these papers and accomplishment, right? But yet still, when I became jaded, it was as if I thought to myself, okay, I'm not enough because clearly I'm good at everything else but not this thing. So it can actually, so that's one of the cons of being jaded. It can cause you to start not believing in yourself and not remembering how amazing you actually are, right? So you want to make sure that you're looking at the pros and cons of both, of all these different stages. So Dorothy says, we were born to shine, stars must go up. Exactly, right? So this is where the jaded entrepreneur stage is kind of what separates the sheep from the goat, right? This is the kind of stage where it's like, am I serious about business? Am I committed no matter what? Like, I've come this far, am I going to really throw in the towel now, or am I going to push that last extra mile and give it that last go? Now, the third stage of entrepreneur, I'm going to share the pros and cons, was this could actually work entrepreneur. And again, this is the person who's had some success, they've had some money in their business. It's like, yes, people have paid me, I'm doing something right. So the pro is this person is no longer in the jaded phase. They made some money and they're like jumping up and down. They're like, yes, I can pay that bill, or yes, I can reinvest, or like they're just happy because something finally worked, and they're like, they can see the momentum, they can see the possibility, they know that something big can happen, they've tasted it. It's like they've took a sip from the cup of success and they're like, I know I can have more. The problem though, the con of this entrepreneur is they don't have consistent income. It's like sporadic. They can't rely on their business. It doesn't support them. Like 1 month they're bringing in money. The next month they're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I'm going to pay. Whoops. The next month they're like, I don't even know how I'm going to pay this stuff, right? So they're like a little confused because they're moving up and down, right? So that's the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur, right? This is the entrepreneur who has the fluctuations. They don't have consistent income. Now, the fourth type of entrepreneur, as I mentioned, is the yes, I cracked the, so that's you, Jenny, right? So you're identifying now with the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur, which we said earlier that you were in stage 3. So now you're looking at the pros and cons and you're seeing that you are actually the stage 3 entrepreneur. You are the, oh my gosh, this could actually work. But it's like, how can I get it to be consistent, right? And again, guys, I'm going to share with you my new quiz. I'm going to share after the live stream. So if you check the link, if you're watching the replay, it's probably already in the comments or in the description. Check the link. It's a brand new quiz. I know a lot of you have taken my Rockstar quiz before. It's a new quiz, girls. You know, we got to bring out the big guns. Pow, pow. Okay. Yeah, no violence, no violence. So Jenny says it's like a cycle of, oh, this could work, and jaded. Yes, yeah, so a lot of times we'll find ourselves overlapping into multiple different areas. Because even like when I share the pros and cons of the fourth stage, you'll see how that can also feel jaded as well. And that's why when you take the quiz will actually tell you which one you are most in. Which one is your most, your most common result, then the most profound one, and then you'll get the tools to like move yourself, to help you to move through that, to get on the fast track to stage 5. All right, so this could work entrepreneur, those are the pros and cons, right? Now the fourth stage of entrepreneur is the yes, I cracked the code. Now this is the person who they finally figured out, all right, they know who their audience is, their messaging is like on point. And this person has like the funnels, they have their email marketing, they're sending the emails, they have like the pages that are converting, they have like all the posts that are converting. And I remember, Jenny, in the beginning you said that this was the one that you wanted to be in, right? At first you said this, and then you said you wanted to be in stage 5. Now this is a good thing, because this person has mastered not just the skill of what they do, meaning their coaching or the transformation they provide. So for example, if they're a health coach, they haven't just mastered how to help people lose weight or how to be healthy. If you're a relationship coach, you haven't just mastered how to help people improve their relationships, but this person has actually mastered the art of being an entrepreneur, right? They have the strategy, the techniques. Now here's the con of this stage. This person is usually quite frantic, stressed, all over the place. They don't have healthy boundaries. They like wake up exhausted. They're going to bed exhausted. It's the weekend. They're at the movies with their girlfriends, and all they're thinking about is, oh my God, I wondered if somebody commented on my Facebook post. I need to go and reply. This is the person who doesn't have balance, right? Yes. This was me in 2016, guys. That's why I'm saying I've been in all these stages. So even though it sounds glamorous, because when I was in this stage, I was making 10K months. I was quite happy financially, but I was exhausted. I was like super exhausted, and also pretty codependent as well. I remember I would do webinars every single Thursday. Now, who here has ever hosted one webinar? Do you know how much effort it takes to put into one webinar? Like, I was doing a webinar it was exhausting. So this person is usually quite burnt out, but then they have the money coming in. So then in the beginning, it feels, oh, it's good. I'm getting paid, so it's fine. You know, like it's fine in the beginning. But here's the thing that happens that brings this person to the point of being jaded. When their income tapers off, right? When their income has tapered off, it's like, okay, why can't I bust through and make more than 12K? Like, why is it that I'm like always just at 11? Like, come on, 20, like I doubled to get to 10. Why can't I double to get to 20? And I'm sharing my own story here, guys. And I was just like, why is it that, okay, like 10K is cool. I'm happy with 10K. Yeah, but like, what's happening? There's like this glass ceiling that you're like, how can I bust through the glass ceiling and like skyrocket my income without having to lose, like, because what happens in that stage is that you think, okay, if I don't do all these things, then I won't make the money. That's the limiting belief that this person usually has. And again, this one is more fresh to me because like this was where I was in 2016. So it's like fresher in my head than like stage 1 when I was just like, that was 2014, like past that. Or like when I was jaded, which was also 2014. All this could work for me was 2015, and then 2016 was I cracked the code. Right, so I figured out all these funnels and all these marketing things, and I was just like so happy to know all this stuff, but I was also quite burnt out. And here's the thing, even though I was pushing and hustling, the income tapered off, and there's like a cap. So for those of you who are here and you are the person who is the yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur, maybe you aren't exhausted yet, but I'm telling you, girl, if you are hustling super hard, it's coming. It's coming. Mark my words, it's coming. Please take the quiz when I post the quiz, because I will share with you some resources to help you move past that. So that's one of the pros, that's one of the cons of being the yes, I cracked the code. So the yes, I cracked the code, people look up to them, they're building their tribe, they're getting lots of interviews, they're like getting featured on Huffington Post, because that was me in 2016. I got featured on Huffington Post. Like all these things are happening, but they're really pushing super, super hard. Now, here's the 5th entrepreneur. And this is where I am right now, and I want, when you take the quiz, I'm going to share with you how to get on the fast track to stage 5, so that you don't have to like hustle your little butts off and work painfully for 3.5 years like I did through all the steps. You can like take the fast track and like leap to stage 5. Stage 5 is the it's that easy entrepreneur. This is the entrepreneur who, yes, she knows all the marketing stuff. Yes, she knows what to do, but she doesn't have to do that to make money in her business. And also, if she doesn't do it, her income doesn't taper off. In fact, her income doubles, or what I would like to say, quadruples, because this woman is a woman who turns her monthly income into her weekly income with ease. Okay? This is a woman who people come to her even if she's not posting on social media, even if she's in Italy on vacation, even if she's lounging by the pool, going to theme parks on crazy rides, even if she works 4 days a week and takes Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays off, she's still making what she would make per month, per week. Is it okay? Jenny says, is it okay to skip from stage 3 to stage 5 because I don't want 4? Yes, it is. It is. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you can skip from stage 1 and go right to stage 5. You can skip from stage 2 and go right to stage 5. Stage 3 and go right to stage 5. And if you're in stage 4, you can just come join me over in stage 5. So yes, you don't have to go through the stages. This is something that, and that's why I said, like, even when the person who has cracked the code, what you'll find is that there's a time right after they've cracked the code where they become jaded, okay? Where they become jaded because they're overwhelmed, they're burnt out, and it's like, yeah, I'm making all this money, but like, I'm a slave to my business. Like, oh my gosh, like, where are my boundaries, right? So the person who is the it's that easy entrepreneur, stage 5, the hashtag it's that easy, she's the one who is like, the money is flowing to her. Now, remember guys, there are pros and cons to all these stages. So the pro of this stage is that you got lots of money, you got lots of ease. Like, I mean, come on. You got ease, you got the money, you got the impact. Obviously, you're having a fantastic time. But here's the con. Hi, Avia, and hi, Sandra. Here's the con, the downside of the it's that easy entrepreneur, which is not really a bad downside. It's like actually a good downside, which is actually where the questions that I ask. It's like, okay, what's next? Like, what's next? So a lot of times people are thinking, oh, yeah, let me get to that high place because then I'm good. You know, but the thing is, the entrepreneur who is it's that easy entrepreneur, the stage 5 entrepreneur, she's the one that's like giving back to people. She's the one who is like, she's taken care of. So she's like taking care of her family, you know, like she's able to send her parents. Like me this summer, I was able to send my dad on vacation. Like, she's able to give back. So she's asking, what's next? Right? She's donating to charities. Yes, Dorothy Inez, she's just so excited. She can't fight it. Exactly. Yes, she's so excited. Hey. Exactly, right? So it's that easy entrepreneur. She's like on fire in her business, but then the question she's asking is just, how can I, like, what else is there? Like, how can I give back? So she's like giving back to family, giving back to friends. And she's the one who can gladly do things like videos and trainings and not feel burnt out, not feel overwhelmed, not feel salesy, because she's doing it from her heart and she's giving back, right? Like this year I was able to host my live event in London. Like Dorothy Inez, you were there. Avia, you were there. And like, that was something I was able to do from my own self to my audience because I was the woman who was able to give back, right? Dorothy Inez says, isn't that a great feeling to be able to give back to those you love? Yes, so good, Shani. Oh, thank you, Dorothy Inez. Exactly. So that's the woman who is it's that easy entrepreneur. She's able to give back. And again, her question, because we're never done growing, guys. So even me, my question is always, what's next? What's next? How else can I make a massive impact? Like, what else can I do? And that's why I wrote my book this year. That's why, like, all these different things, hey, Vicky, happened this year, because it's like, what's next? What's next? Like, how else can I grow? How else can I step up? Right? So Jenny, you're giving me all sorts of love on this video, girl. I love it. Thank you so much for the love. Right? So those are the different stages, guys. And again, just to recap quickly, if you missed this video, you need to go back and watch from the top. And at the end of this, just for those of you who are watching live, give me some time, okay, to put the link to the quiz. I'm gonna put it in the comments, and I'll put it in the description as well. It's not the quiz that you guys know from before. It's a new quiz, guys. It's a brand new quiz to help you identify what type of entrepreneur you are, okay? So if you've taken the previous quiz, you need to take this new one as well. If you're watching the recording, it may already be in the comments, or it may already be in the description or whatever, right? So just to quickly recap, there are 5 stage. Oh, thank you, Janae. Feel free to share it with anybody that you think may need it. You can always share it to them as well. And that's exactly why I did this on my page, because I'm like, you know what? Even though I love the people in my squad, in my private exclusive secret girls squad over in the Facebook group, I knew that you guys would want to share it, and if it's in the group, you wouldn't be able to share it. So I wanted you to be able to share it. So go ahead and share this video if you know that there's somebody who needs to watch this. And again, when you take the quiz, I'll share with you what the next step is for you to fast track yourself to stage 5, right? So to recap the 5 stages, stage 1 is the excited honeymoon phase entrepreneur. This is the one who's like, yes, I'm gonna start a business. I'm so excited. Like she's just head over heels in love with her business. Pro of this is that like open to information, meaning if they get the good information right up front, they'll also get rapid results really fast because they're really open and susceptible to information. Downside is that this person is very prone to overwhelm because it's like so many free PDFs, so many free worksheets, so many audios, so many webinars. What do I do? And it's just like crazy. So that's the downside of that phase of entrepreneurship. The jaded entrepreneur was the second stage of entrepreneurship. This is the person who's been burnt by their business. All right. So they either have never made money in their business, or they made money and then there's like just this big drought where it's like, oh my God, what's going on? Why me? Like that phase where their business is just not like supporting them. And the pro of that is that, well, the downside is that they've been burnt, right? But the good side of it is that this person has 2 roads they can take. There's 2 opportunities. You can either choose to quit your business, or because there's nothing lower than rock bottom, when you're jaded and you hit rock bottom, like the next step is like, I'm gonna skyrocket my business. So that person can use their anger to fuel them to move into stage 5. So that's what happens with the jaded entrepreneur. The third one, as I mentioned, was the, oh, this could actually work entrepreneur. This is the person who's made some money in their business. They're like, oh, you know what? Like, yes, I have $20,000 or $30,000 in debt, but you know what? I just made $50, like, or I just made $500, or I just made $1,000, right? So they're like, it could actually work. Like I just need to figure out how to get it to happen consistently. Like, so that's the con of this person. The pro is that they're falling back in love with their business again. They're holding on. They're seeing the hope. They're tasting the success. But the downside is it's not consistent. So it's like, how can I get my business to be consistent? How can I bring money in every month consistently? Like, how can I do that? So that's the question they asked. The fourth one that I mentioned was the yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur. The yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur is the one who is like, you know what, they've figured out how to make money every month. Their business is consistent, but the downside, they are burnt out. They are frantic. They're like all over the place. Like, oh my God, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And they're just like, they're exhausted, and they're like starting to get back into that jaded phase because their income has tapered off. So it's like they're posting all the time, but they're not getting the money from the posts. They're like sending emails, but it's not helping. It's just not working. So this person, their income has tapered off. They've hit that glass ceiling or that plateau in their business. Even though they're working extra hard, they're a little bit frustrated. So that's the yes, I cracked the code. There are pros and cons to all. And then the last stage I mentioned is the 5th stage. And guys, I did share, if you missed the beginning of this, definitely go back and watch all of it from start to finish, and type in the comments and tell me what stage you think you are in. Tell me if you remember being in stage 1, if you remember being in stage 2, or you know what stage you're looking forward to going into the most. Comment and let me know. Like, and Vicky says, ouch. I know, right, Vicky? Yes, it's like the stage where it's like, okay, something has to change. All right, something has to change because they're putting in all this work, but their income isn't shifting, right? And I also shared, like I said before, that I've been through all these stages. Like when I started my business in 2014, I was the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, excited, I'm gonna take over the world, entrepreneur, the excited honeymoon entrepreneur. But then when I had 34 no's in a row, 34 human beings got on the phone with me and said, oh, I'll think about it. One day, I need to talk to my husband. It's too all the excuses and stories. I became the jaded entrepreneur. I was mad. I was like, this is not happening. Like, something has to change. When I got my first set of clients, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this could actually work. That was when I was this could actually work entrepreneur. And then, like I said, in 2016, I was the yes, I cracked the code entrepreneur. I was doing webinars every week. I had 10K months. I was like, yes, I'm making money. But I was like really, really pushing. And I'm so glad. Like, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Stage 5 entrepreneur, which is it's that easy entrepreneur. This is the one who it's like, oh, I didn't even post and somebody bought. Okay. Or, oh wow, I'm gonna just do one video and yeah, I'm gonna grow my list by 50 people from that one video. Or you know what, I actually have a team who does some of the stuff for me that I don't want to do. Or this is the woman who is like, you know what, I'm simplifying my life. I'm doing what I love to do and everything else can take a back seat, or somebody else will get paid to do that because I'm not doing it. Like, that's the woman who is it's that easy. This is the woman who is like taking her monthly income and turning it into her weekly income without the overwhelm, without the burnout, without the stress. Like, seriously, that's what I'm talking about. Hashtag miraculous money. Vicky says, yay team, exactly, right? So a team is a part of it. Another part of this woman is, yes, she has a team, but it's also very, very much about who she becomes. It's very much about her boundaries. She's no longer codependent around her business. She no longer works 6 days a week or 7 days a week because she thinks she should, or that she's supposed to. She's doing what she actually desires to do, what she loves to do. And the things that don't excite her, she doesn't have to do them, right? So it's also the inner work as well. So the team is there, but it's also very much about who she becomes, the decisions that she starts to make. She starts thinking differently. And what's funny, guys, is that when you believe that you can make your monthly income, your weekly income without any stress, it happens because you actually believe it. So you start being the woman who believes that. Jenny says, is it safe to stay at stage 5? Is it safe to say that stage 5 is due to inner work because it sounds really miraculous? There you go, Jenny. That's exactly what I was just saying to Vicky. So yes, the team is a part of it, but it's very much about the inner work. It's very much about coming to the place of sorting out your codependency. It's coming to the place of deciding that you're not going to be struggling anymore. It's the woman who decides that, you know what? I'm going to make money in my business and it's not going to be hard. It's the woman who makes the decision that she's not going to let anything or anyone hold her back anymore. This is the woman who asks better questions. She's the one who says, how can I make $20,000 this month without having to make a 50-step funnel? Like, she's the woman who, oops, guys, Tamoy was calling me. Hi, Tamoy. Yeah, maybe she'll see this live stream. But anyway, so that's the woman who is like, oh, I can have a 20K week. Yeah. Meaning, it's funny because I say cash with my patois, my Jamaican accent, so I say cash. So it sounds like it's C-Y-A-S-A, like cash, that is harsh cash. And Carlo, y'all know Carlo, my babe, my boo, he always laughs at me and says, why do you say cash? It's cash. So yes, 20K cash, or like I like to say cash months in your bank account without having to be on social media every day. Like 20K cash months without having to work on a Saturday. Like, you take your Saturdays and you sleep until 2 p.m. because that's what you want to do. Or you go out with the girls, right? Like, you go out and have a life, right? Yes, Jenny, cash. And Jenny, I know you have Jamaican family members, so you know this. It's like that, like, hard, why you gotta, like, pronounce it, right? But yes, I say cash, all right, guys. I'll keep saying cash. So yeah, but it's the woman who's able to do that. She's able to say no to clients who she doesn't want to work with, and she gets to say yes to the clients that she loves. This is a woman who gets to have clients work with her over and over again because she's in a vibe that's like super high, and she's kicking their butts and they're getting results, and this is who that woman becomes. This is the woman who gets crazy referrals because her work speaks for herself, so people keep sending other people to her, right? That's the woman who is the hashtag it's that easy entrepreneur. Now I'm sure, and the con to that, which is not really that bad of a con, is that this woman is always asking what's next, right? So she's like, okay, how can I give back? How can I give back to my family? How can I give back to my community? How can I give back to my church? How can I give back to myself, right? This is the one who's thinking bigger. Okay, where do I want to live? Like, what kind of house do I want? Okay, what kind of lifestyle do I really want? Oh, where do I want to travel to? Like, this is the woman who's asking questions, and she's not asking from the place of, oh, I wish. She's literally saying, what's next? Because she knows that her wish is the command. Like, what she says is what happens, right? Right? Exactly. So Johnny is like, so Chanel, what's next? Girl, I got some good stuff for you guys. And you've tasted some of it already, Johnny, because you are in my new Facebook group, the Miraculous Money Facebook group. Dorothea Inez, you're in the Miraculous Money Mastermind for 2018. So you've also been starting to get a taste of it. Like, all that good stuff, guys. So it's going to be more about, for me, what's next is, now that this is who I am, now that I've moved into this stage and I'm finally feeling not just taken care of financially, but I feel fulfilled, and I also feel like, oh my God, I can have a massive impact. Like, now what's next is to help others to see that they can do the same. My what's next is to wake you guys up and show you that you don't have to be jaded. You don't have to resent your business. You don't have to work like a horse in your business and always be hustling and be crazy making. You don't have to stay, if you're in the excited honeymoon phase and you don't actually have clarity, you don't have to stay in that space of ignorance or staying overwhelmed from all the free PDFs. And if you're this could actually work entrepreneur, you don't have to stay having inconsistent income. You can have a business that actually works with you, for you, that helps you to live your God-given calling, and that brings moolah, cha-ching money into your bank account with ease, right? So that's what's next for me, Janae. Now, in terms of how I'll be delivering this, how I'll be doing this, I'm open to receiving divine downloads. This was a divine download. I was like, all right, okay, all right, let's do this. And here it is, right? And so I want to say to all of you who are here, Stage 5 entrepreneurship is meant for you. You don't have to struggle. Struggle is optional. It really is optional. I remember back when I sat there on the couch that Sunday morning after my little sister's birthday. I shared this a little bit earlier in the video. If you missed it, watch the replay. But I shared this, that my sister, I spent my last money to buy her that bottle of Prosecco. Not even champagne, but Prosecco. And when we finished popping the bottles, had the nice birthday surprise party, when I got home Saturday night, slept, woke up Sunday morning, checked my online banking app, I was broke. And I was just like, I'm not available to not be able to take care of my family. Like, it's not happening. Like, I know one of my goals is to like go off and be a mom and all that stuff. Like, struggle, yes, Dorothea Inez, absolutely. Hashtag struggle is optional. And when we make the decision that we're done struggling, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but there will be ease. And Janae, you've worked with me on this, so you know what I'm talking about when I say, I will send you to go do things that are scary. Sandra, you said that I scared the out of you when I gave you your homework assignment to go and do. Dorothea Inez, you know that I'm bringing the fire. I'm bringing the butt kicking, right? When you, in Miraculous Money, right? When you come in 2018, like, when you do these things, the things I'm going to get you to do will challenge you, will push you, but it will never be hard. It will just be challenging. It's just like, I shared in my Facebook group the other day when I was broke before I started my business, sleeping in lockers in Switzerland. And Dorothea Inez, you actually commented and you said that locker was my cocoon, right? That's what you said. And that stood out to me because what I think about is a lot of times we are in our caterpillar moment, and we are in this space of we need to become the butterfly. And so we have to stretch ourselves. We have to stretch outside of our comfort zone. We have to step outside of our insecurities and our fear and our hidden vulnerabilities. And we have to own them, and we have to step into them, because it's from that place that we do become the butterflies. It's from that place that we do become the stage 5 entrepreneurs. You know, a butterfly is a miraculous thing. It's from that place we become the miraculous money makers. It's from that place we become it's that easy entrepreneur. So again, guys, the quiz is going to be ready for you. All of you who were here live, once I post the link to the quiz, I will tag you, or I will reply to one of your comments so you'll have the link to the quiz, because I don't want you to miss it. And then for those of you who are watching the replay, it should already be here for you. If it's not here, don't worry. Just leave a comment and say, I want the quiz, or, you know, something like that. And then I'll reply to you and give you the link to the quiz so you can go ahead and take that quiz. Get yourself figuring out, what stage am I really in? But not just figuring that out, because I know from this video you have an idea of what stage you're in, but also getting the resources that you need over the next couple of days to go in and really see what can you do next to get you to the stage 5. What can you do next to get you to being that stage 5 entrepreneur where, yeah, your business works and yeah, you're quite relaxed. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to share it with a friend. Wait, Andra says, okay, so I suck at Facebook Live commenting. I wrote 6 comments on your profile, dear Lord. And I was like, why don't you see it? Where are the others writing? Oops, I'm at stage. Okay, so it doesn't show me the full comment. Hold on, let me pull up my Facebook Live here on my laptop so I can see your full comment. Oh, Andra, yes, so you were probably commenting on one of the other live streams, because I did syndicate this out, you know, and shared it into some other groups and stuff. So glad that you're here. So let's see what your comments, what you were saying. Oh my God, that's so funny. Glad that you're here though, Andra, like super happy to have you. All right, so let's see what your comment says. So he says, okay, so oops, I'm at stage 3, wanting to combine 4 and 5. Also, I'm addicted to quizzes, so gimme! Love it. I shall, my darling. So once I'm done with this live stream, and once I'm finished putting the final touches on the quiz, and not just the quiz, but like I said, it's about the resources that you'll get after you've taken the quiz. I'll tag all of you guys with the link so you can get it, and you can start going through that and start processing that. So yes, you were here the whole time. Oh my gosh, so good to have you. And I'm glad that we figured out how to, like, you know, move past it. Wait, Dorothy Inez just said this girl is on fire. Yes, with the flames sizzling hot. Yes, Dorothy Inez, love it. Absolutely love it. So thank you guys so much. Again, I'll post the quiz in a couple of, it'll be up soon. I won't tell you by when, but I'll tag you guys once it's ready. And for those of you watching the replay, leave a comment so that you don't miss getting the quiz as well. And yeah, if you have a friend who you know needs to see this video, share it with them, because that's what friends do. All right, guys, so love you loads, and I wish you a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye. Kisses, peace, and love to you. Ciao.